Okay. Yeah, I can get to the button to move it on. Okay, ready to start? Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
Well, basically, this little presentation I've put together is a result of buying a collection of micromounts at our symposium last September. Um, in October 2005, our president and founder Roy Starkey went over to Baltimore to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he was given by about six or seven of the collectors there various amounts of specimens, micromounts, nearly all in the little tiny American. Do you call them perky boxes? The little black, little square things, about inch square, and there's a few of them in the European micromount boxes, but as I was inducted myself a couple of years ago, I decided I would like to buy this collection as a memento of the occasion, and so I thought, okay, I'll make photographs of the specimens. So here we go then. So that the first dozen or so came from Quentin Morton, and nearly all from Mont Saint Hilaire. This is an anatase. Um, I put the field of view and the size of the specimen, or the site, yeah, on each on the left hand side on each one, and the formula underneath. So this was a being an anatase collector, I was quite pleased to get this one, and the next one, another one. That one's not quite as photogenic, but it looked okay under the scope and on the camera. This one's on hornfells. I'm assuming that this big crystal in the middle is the ansilite. What I've done, I've taken all my references from the labels, and I did a little bit looking on Mindat to try and confirm if the specimens were right or not. And this looked to be right for ansilite from Mont Saint Hilaire. If I'm wrong, people have to tell me. These ones were very. This is the first time I've seen this Dawsonite. That's really nice. I got a little bit of kickback off the lens here for. That's from the Franken pit, that one. Dolomite from Mont Saint Hilaire. Quite a decent sized specimen that at 2 millimeters. It's quite big for the stuff I've been photographing today. The Donniaite with pyrite. The Donniaite is the I think this stacked material here with pyrite over the top of it. And the next slide should be the Donniaite again, but more open. But these are just a couple of. There's two or three of these pieces in the box, and then there's these little I guess these Frankenites are these sprays. Like I said, these are all new material to me. I've not seen these before at all in my collecting. We don't get that sort of thing over here. Another Frankenite, a big mass of crystals. And that one again, that was the third one. These are all from Quentin, this lot. Melanite from St. That's a really interesting one. I've seen that from Ireland, and the Irish ones are a bit a sort of orangey, yellowy colour. I don't recall seeing anything from England or Britain that's like that. But it's a nice little specimen, that one. That Hochelageite, I'm not sure which that one is, whether it's this ball here or this, or there's something else in here I've missed, or even what that one there is. So if anyone knows which it is, I'd be appreciative to know which one it is. There are another couple of these, I think. So I'm guessing again that it's this stuff all where my pointer is moving around. Nasa Sukite. I hadn't heard of that. Well, I've heard of it. I've never seen it before. That was quite interesting. Another little one.
Martin, I think the white ball is the Hasselagite.
White ball.
Yeah.
What's the green one? What's this then?
The green is the Nassau-white.
That is.
Yeah.
This one is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Normand, I'm okay with this one because I found when we cleared Bob Snowball's stuff out, we found a box of the same material in it. So I've got some of this stuff anyway. But that was quite interesting to see that old perhaps goes back to this 2005 occurrence when Bob got it. This one's another one which was very, very new to me. Hogbombite. I'm assuming it's the black stuff in the middle. And then there's even got a little blue arrow there, blue plastic arrow pointing to it. So I guess that is the one. That one I'm okay with. The root tile on the hornfels from Mont Saint Hilaire. Nice play of needles. Marker seat on Albite. Marker seat from Franken. I said Franken mine there, but probably Franken quarry. I don't really know, but they're all around the 3, 4, 5 millimeter width.
Franken quarry, yes.
Yeah, 7AI. Another one I've heard of it, but never seen it before. We don't get this sort of stuff in the UK. Sarandite, I've got some of that from one or two places, and I think we've had quite a bit of it in the fluorescent material when we've been showing and playing with that. So I was okay with that one. Azurite, that's fine. That's from Zacatecas, but the interesting thing, this is a John J. Ferrante specimen he put in a box as well. Analcime, these little tiny analcime balls with native copper running through them. Interesting little assemblage. Churchite. We do get churchite somewhere in the UK, but I've not come across it anywhere yet.
I think it should be Churchite Y.
Alan?
I think it should be Churchite Y.
Is it Churchite Y, is it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess when this was labelled, it didn't have the Y wasn't attached to it, I don't think.
Churchite comes from Cornwall, Martin. Red.
Yeah.
What's the name of the one? I forget it just at the moment.
Is it metallic?
No, it's red.
No.
Captain. I'll sort it out later.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, a lot of these names may be wrong. I've just basically copied the labels off that were on the boxes. So if I have got any spellings wrong, it's the fault of the guys who wrote the labels out. Another Dawsonite. I guess this purple stuff is something like Strangite or phosphosiderite.
No. It's always Dawsonite and fluorite.
Is that that's fluorite? Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This one was I've got Kidwellite, but not from this location, and Kidwellite I've got is not like that, but I'm guessing it is because it's from John Ferrante. So this one is Kinoite, and that one's on the label as Xmas Mine from Hayden, Arizona.
Mhm.
So
Christmas mine. Yep.
I guess that one is is that one correct?
The typography. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
The Christmas mine is the type locality for Kinoite.
No,
Okay, right. No,
the type locality for Kenoite is a drill hole at south of Tucson.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
It's the most
this is-
common locality. It's not the type.
I believe you.
Okay. This was a nice spread of malachite on this little specimen. Millerite from Hall's Gap. believe I've got some stuff in my collection from Hall's Gap somewhere. I haven't got round to sorting. Oh, well, it is. It's labelled up somewhere, but not photographed. This one is the one I'm really not sure about. I'm sure it's Prostite. I'm not sure if the location is right. I checked Mindat last night, and I put all those various names and things in there, and nothing come out.
It's
The
Boo.
nearest I've got to it is the one in.
Martin.
Yeah.
The region is Bou Azer. That's BOU slash Azer. AZZZER.
Yeah.
But it's
Bou
Morocco,
Azer.
not Mexico.
That's the Morocco one, though, isn't it?
No, that's Morocco. That's Morocco, not Mexico.
And that
You're
looks
right.
like the Morocco material.
It's Morocco.
It looks a bit like the imitation stuff, but that's what the label did. Has got all that on it, so I guess the label's wrong.
Yeah.
That one's okay. I got quite a bit of that stuff from Herkimer. I was very friendly with Larry Howes, and Dick was as well, and Bob Snowball back from about 1987 till he died in 2006. And we went over to his place and helped him start his museum up in Hendersonville back in 1997. So, and Larry was from New York originally, and he had an awful lot of material from there. Uvarovite from Lac, Quebec. And there's a couple of these. These were really pretty little things. They're only small, like not even a centimetre, but they're very nice little pieces. Sphalerite, very unusual. Most of the sphalerite we get here is either dark or orange, but don't get much of this yellow material. Torbanite. The label said torbanite, so I guess it is. It might not be. It might be zoonerite or metazoonerite or metatorbanite. I don't know.
I think it's torberite. And I think
Yeah.
Mitchell County is in North Carolina.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm only as good as the labels I got on these. If I pick stuff up, I know where it's come from. But when I'm getting stuff like this, it's in the lap of the people who are doing the labels. This was quite a nice, pretty specimen. Yeah.
The torbanite that was Mitchell County in New York is actually Chalk Mountain Mine at Spruce Pine, North Carolina.
Well, that one is.
Yeah, that's from North Carolina.
Okay.
And the town that it's by is Spruce Pine, and it's Chalk Mountain Quarry. I've been there many years ago.
Can you put this to send me a message at some point with this information? I'll correct my information then.
Yeah, I will.
Thanks very much. Thank you. And then this one, I got two. There's two of these from different people. Two Moonite. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't really know, but I've never seen it before. Never even heard of it before. And then I got two pieces of it turned up, but different places. This one's Wyoming, and then the other one is a bit further on. And the next material is from Jason Smith from Foot, and we collected in Foot back in 1997. We were taken in not to the main old quarry, but we collected in an area to one side, and we didn't find none of these really good phosphates came out. We got a few bits and pieces, but nothing like the stuff that Jason's picked up. But I was glad to get these. I've got about Jason on this trip, and then and also in the 97 trip, Jason gave me a load of material from there, and I got about 50 or 60 species from the location. So I'm quite pleased about that. The phosphorite. I'm not too sure about that because I thought that was more clear. I don't know where the phosphorite on that one is.
Martin, the phosphorite is the one on the bottom. It always shows us a
down
bit
here.
of brown green. Yeah.
There? Yeah, down
No,
there, yeah.
on the left, the brown green one.
The brown.
Yeah.
This one. That one.
No,
No,
it's on the
that's part of it.
center down, center bottom.
Centre bottom, that one there.
No, yeah, yes, that
That
one.
one.
Yep.
This
Yeah.
one,
Okay.
yeah.
And the ones
So,
up in the
thank you.
middle too.
That one?
Yeah.
I thought, yeah.
But
Thank you.
No.
I'm okay with that one. I think the Fairfield is this clear stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
All right,
correct.
to clear and elongate
They,
prisms.
these next two or three, I'm a little bit. I think I hope Jason's got them right, but I think the yarn site is probably these yellow plates.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
There's
Yeah,
three or
that's-
four.
that's-
There's three or four of these
That's correct. Yeah.
coloured yellow coloured minerals in this next little lot coming up now. Lowite. That I think they're okay. I got them. I think from Jason as well in other material. Paravoxite. I'm pretty certain it must be this stuff where the cursor is.
Yes, that's right.
The Stereotype, again, another yellowy, but just different shaped crystals. I mean, this
And the pointy stuff is Stewardite.
Stereotype, yeah. And is this
Yeah.
the
Oh,
Strangite?
well, no, look. The upper part with these little arrows here,
Yeah, there.
that's Stewardite. And in the
Okay.
middle, that's
Yeah,
Lowyite.
this.
And always the little purple bulbs, that's phosphosiderite.
Phosphosiderite, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think there's I'm okay with Stranzite because we get that over here.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's correct. Yes. And the
This
black
is-
stuff.
And I think that's the whitey.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple of pieces from John Ebner are in as well. This is very sort of like wire gold on a bit of black foam material. And as I touched it, that was falling to pieces. So I just got a photograph before it all fell to bits. And Hurlandite on these little these little clear Hurlandite crystals on this
Yeah.
zeolite material. Very, very pretty little thing. And the ophrotite with the Hurlandite, all this ophrotite material on the Hurlandite. Again, another one of them in this little crack. Metavoxite, I'm assuming it's a single piece in the box, so I guess that's what this lot here is. I'm all right on that one. Van Adenote from Apache Mine, yeah. Morenci, I got quite a bit of stuff from Morenci, but again, Bob had I think Bob must have gone there and collected in the day because he brought a big box full of it back with him one time. But this is from Philip Evanoff. This next few from Philip Evanoff. This was quite nice. A little chabazite rhombohedron on mesolite.
That's wild.
Dioptase, for once, a dioptase that come out the way it looks. Most of my dioptase I photograph come out blue, but this one's come out quite nice. That came out nice as well. Nice big hemimorphite from Mexico. Little mimetites from Red Cloud. Pyrite from Duff Quarry, Ohio.
Oh, yeah.
This was quite nice. Rosa site from Silver Hill Mine. And this is another one I had never heard of before. This was quite a nice little crystal. This one, little. I've got the stuff from the main area in can't think of the name of it at the top of my head, but I've got quite a bit of that. But I've never seen it from this part of of America.
That's also a
good
garnet
special-
locality.
Yeah, specialties,
Alan?
beautiful specialties.
Yeah,
I was there last summer.
and there's the little tridymite crystal. Got this from New Zealand in stuff from New Zealand. The tridymite, they're quite and Germany. So, some of the Eiffel materials got nice tridymite in it. That's the other. It's a different location from the other one.
I think that's
That's a
poison
fairly
canyon.
common. That's a
That
fairly
is common, is it?
species in vanadium.
I never heard of it.
Oh,
No, until I
Colorado
got this, I
Plateau.
never heard of it. So, yeah,
I think that's poison canyon, not Olson.
Poison
It is
Canyon.
poison. Yes, it
Okay.
is Poison Canyon.
I'll reread the labels then.
Look for the dot.
Yeah, I'd seen this before, but I never actually handled a piece of this. That's what this black wolfenite. That's very nice.
Yeah, I got some of that.
And then you got these little vanadinites and discloisite. So that's quite a pretty little thing. And then Al Pribula, who I think he's now the guy who the Hall of Fame specimens are sent to. I think he organises the auction as well for the Baltimore group. So that was one of his specimens that came in. And then this is a Milton Speckles mount made for John Ferrante. Apatite and quartz and opal. So there's only just a couple of these. The other one is this still bite with first and second order growth. So they got the first order and second order. Never seen it before. Millarite. Now I'm not sure what the mill is. Is the hexagonal stuff Millarite?
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
that
is
The
yellowy.
faint yellow stuff is millerite.
Which one? This is all Millarite, is it? Not Millarite.
Millerite is hexagonal. You can see that.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. That's from Bob Rothenberg.
Mhm.
And then a piece of sunstone. This is just as it came out. I'm not. George Rambo specimen. He was Hall of Fame. I think 2 or 3 years ago he was inducted.
Yep.
Leucophosphite. A Rocherite, Griefensteinite.
Steinite. Oh, that's just quarry. Me.
Yeah. Another George Rambo specimen. So this is a R.W. Thompson beta quartz from Ethiopia. I had a job to photograph. That is on little. I couldn't really isolate it very well. This was even worse, and I can't even pronounce these two: apjonite and koskronite. I'm not
That
sure which
sounds
is
good.
which, but yeah. The when I took the photograph, got the photograph, and when I was putting it back in the box, the thing fell off on the table somewhere, and I think I managed to get it back in again, but the label's gone, the pointer's gone missing. I had to pull most of the boxes. They're all in them little tiny perky
Right.
boxes, and they were down deep in. I couldn't get at them. And
White
then
stuff, white
zircon
stuff's
from
apgenite.
but yeah, and then the zircon from back to Quinton again with another couple. Most of the stuff came from Quinton. He must have got rid of a lot of stuff that year. Corundum from Ontario. Adjoite. Now this one's from the yeah, is that type locality, that one for Adjoite?
Yes.
New Cornelia?
New Cornelia, yes.
Yeah, that was quite nice. That's quite a nice specimen. But there's no donor on, no donor label on these. They're just in a box with no donor's name on. So I don't know who put these in. The label, I did send Quentin a photograph of the label, but they aren't really sure who it was. They think it might be sugar white, but they aren't really sure. This is quite interesting. The chalcotrichite included in calcite. Another dioptase. Erionite from the well site, number 1 for Baggio.
Aho.
Mhm. Aho.
Aho?
Aho.
Aho, yeah, okay.
Aho, it means garlic in Spanish.
All right, okay. This
Bless
is the other
you.
kinolite. That one says that one was labeled as Christmas by spelled Christmas. So
Yep.
again, this is one of the no donor ones. Linerite from Tanupa Belmont. Got a fair bit of stuff from there because I got that. I swapped that at when I was in Hendersonville in the first time we went over. The Willemites are quite nice. There's the 2 or 3 of these. I think they're quite nice. Kyanite. Magnetite. Montereyite. I guess that's this white material, is it? That one's got. I can't even pronounce that one.
Niobo Kupletskite.
Kompletskite, yeah. Another interesting piece. The other one I hadn't got, so I'm okay with the little pyroclore crystals. There's some sort of scattered around, little tiny bipyramids scattered around in that. That's all right. Rayite, that one's another new one to me.
Yeah, that's the fibrous.
Tan purplish fibers.
Yeah. And Sarandite. We're getting towards the end now, I think, probably.
There's some leucosphanite on that too.
Some
Leucosphanite.
this.
Yeah. On the bottom down there. Yeah, that's it.
Not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you had a UV light, that
Okay.
would light up real nice.
Okay. I've got a UV here. I'll have to try it. And that one, Vonimite. I guess that must be this end bit of all this stuff, is it? So I'm
Hard
in
to tell.
the hands of you experts on this. I haven't got a clue on some of this stuff. That's the last one. So if I stop sharing for now, so that was about 93 specimens, and I was very pleased to get them. I think I paid £110 for it, and I think I did all right.
You did.
What was the source again?
Roy Starkey, when he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2005, he went
Yeah.
across and he was given all these specimens as a gift from the collectors who were
okay.
there. And
Okay.
Roy doesn't collect specimens from outside the UK, but he's kept them all this while, and he decided to sell them this year. So
Okay.
I could have got them a bit cheaper, but other people try to outbid me, didn't they, Hank? I had two or three people bidding against me on that one.
Yeah.
I was determined to get that. There's some nice
There were
bits and
some very
pieces in there.
interesting
Stuff.
specimens.
I hated that.
Yeah, I was quite pleased to have. That was about a half an hour. That wasn't too bad. That's pretty good for me, isn't it? Really, that's all right.
Yeah,
But,
very good.
That was great.
I'm now working my way through my collection. I'm doing I'm photographing the material a location at a time. So, if you want me to, I can do various things throughout as we're going forward. I don't mind doing that. I'm pretty good with my own stuff. I know that pretty well. Most of it is. But the material I haven't picked up and material from overseas. Unless I got a piece to compare it with, it's really hard to tell. The stuff on Mindat is not easy to try and puzzle out what it is. Some are okay, but a lot of it is not.
They always put on the best crystals on Mindat.
Yeah.
So it's difficult if you don't have a perfect crystal to compare it to it.
Yeah. And a lot of the stuff on Mindat is just not very well photographed.
No. And sometimes incorrect.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the right room here for the collective expertise and experience of generations. So.
Yeah. That's
Paul. How are you doing?
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Martin, we've got gaps from August onwards. So
well, at the
soon.
moment I've got ready. I've started the bottom of Cornwall around the St Just area, and I think I've photographed 6 or 7 locations around as far as Wheel Cock at the moment. I'm now about to do Geaver Mine and around that area. So there'll be plenty of stuff to so put me in when you like, and I'll fill in.
yeah, just send me a message with suggested titles and whatever.
But I'd rather share it this way because I've been playing around on eBay trying to get rid of stuff, but it really is. They know. I don't know about where you guys are in the world, but over here now, eBay, if you sell more than 30 items, they have to in one calendar year, or get more than 1,740 quid, you have to report you to the Inland Revenue.
Yep.
And also now eBay have now started.
Why would you do that? And why would you do
eBay have
that?
now started. Yeah, eBay have now started to charge the customer 75p a specimen plus 4% on anything you buy off eBay. So I've basically said I'm not going to do eBay no more. So if anyone wants to swap stuff with me, I'm more than happy to send you stuff over, but have some stuff come back this way. But
sounds like I need to get organised. Damn it. I need to organise myself to start swapping because I've got a lot of material I want to.
Yeah. Dick will tell you, I've got a garage full of it. I mean,
yeah. How many chabasites do I need from Bandura? A couple of thousand?
If they're all different, it's okay, Paul.
Yeah, well, there's some really good ones in there. I could give away 10% of the really good ones and still have.
Well, I have a few good zeolites from the Eiffel for you. So.
Yeah. We need to. I'll get my people to talk to your people, and we'll do lunch.
Yeah, fine.
In Saudi Arabia.
Have a summit in Paris.
I want to try and get a proper list together. I mean, I've got a rough list of all my stuff. I've got it all catalogued in an Excel spreadsheet. What's available in the garage, but nothing, not specifically every piece is named because I ain't got enough room for it all. So I've got a list of all the boxes they're in and how many specimens are in each box. Then I got these boxes, I call them bulk boxes. When I break stuff up, I put it into a plastic bag, about a 7x5 plastic bag, wrap it in toilet tissue and bung it in the garage. Well, this has been the last 40, 50 years I've been doing this for. And I'm now getting back to looking at it again and going through it. So
Steve mentioned that he has a bucket he calls the gravel bucket or something like that.
The gravel bucket. Oh, that's my backyard, is my gravel bucket.
It's just, yeah,
It's an out tray.
It's an out tray, that's right.
An out tray.
What are the laws
Sorry.
regarding swapping material between countries? Is it allowed? I mean, like if I mailed you something and you mailed me something, is that allowed?
No problem.
Yeah.
How do we do
No.
that? Between
no
countries?
problem.
You just put it on. You send it as a gift.
Yeah, as a gift. You have to note it as a gift.
When I was inducted into the Hall of Fame 2 years ago, they asked me if I'd send them some pieces over, and I sent a 2 kilo package over to Al in Canada for that, and they were using it. They sell it at their auction on the Saturday evening, and so I gave them about 2 kilo of specimens. Must have been 60 or 70, maybe nearly 100 specimens, and they've been gradually selling them off and giving them away. And I did it by FedEx, and that cost me about £30. But it was there from my house to his house in 3 days.
Nice.
So
somebody at one point asked me about posting radioactive minerals in the mail, so I looked up
you
the
can't do
Australian
that.
laws.
No, you can't do that.
Well, in the Australian law, it says it actually specifies how much radioactivity, because it's all about thresholds. And I looked at the numbers and I went, but my entire shed of radioactive minerals doesn't have that much in it.
Right.
So yeah, it sounds a lot more restrictive than it is, but when you actually dig into it, it's not that bad.
I put a piece of torbanite on eBay once, or somewhere on one of these sites, maybe Etsy, and I got banned and chucked off. You can't put torbanite on. That was
apparently not. No.
I got uranium containing material from all over the world, and no problem. So
yeah.
Other than
I think all you do basically
gas.
Yeah, when I send it through FedEx, I fill about 7 or 8 sheets of paper I have to fill in for it to go through the customs. But they come and collect it from the house, and you put some of the paperwork inside the envelope and 4 on the outside, and then it goes through the different custom things. But it gets there okay, and it's very, very good service. And so yeah.
£30.
In Australia, the inbound customer are far more worried about plant material on soil than they are about my mineral specimens.
Yeah.
I know
that. I got stuck in Perth back in '92 with a 1:30 in the morning we landed, and I went and declared all the minerals I had, and the guys on the security were. Well, that was no problem at all. They were just keen to see what I got and very interested. I was showing them specimens at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that happened to me coming back from Tucson one time as well in Sydney.
Yeah,
I had the same experience coming back from Hawaii. Had a 20-minute show and tell with all the customs staff standing around and 2 plane loads of people waiting to get sorted. It was so much fun.
Let's see what you got. Yeah.
If you mark
everyone come have a look.
If you mark the box, samples for scientific study.
That's it.
No commercial value.
That's it. Yeah.
And they go right through.
Yeah.
The gift. It's always a gift. You should always name it a gift. And there's never a problem.
Gift. Yeah.
And I do it all over the world. From Australia to the US, there's never a problem. As long as you state that it's a gift, it's mineral samples for hobby, and the value is not more than $10. That's all.
Yeah.
It always works. And also with radioactive minerals, by the way.
I had a big surprise when at the start of COVID, I put a Micromount on for sale, and a young girl bought it over in the States, and I sent it via the Royal Mail and the US Mail. That got to the destination, but because they were all on furlough, and then I was sort of sitting around about 3 or 4 months, and I finally got this message from this girl. Thank you for the specimen. That was fantastic. She finally got it after about 3 months.
Wow.
And that was a bit of failite. She was doing a project on failite, water piece from Germany. I had to have a little micro of it. She was over the moon with it. But yeah, it's good fun. I do like swapping stuff, but it's
a thing.
Anyway,
Bit of work involved.
I give stuff away, so.
right.
Moving on a little bit. While you're still here, Henk, you're still okay for next month?
Well, I saw that yesterday, yeah.
Oh, good.
Today I started making presentation.
Yeah, good. I thought you did say that you were okay to do it. So
yeah, I know. It's also on my life.
If you're in time trouble, mine's ready. So
no, don't worry. It's routine. No problem. By the way, do you still have gaps in the autumn? Steve?
From August onwards.
Yeah, somewhere in September or maybe it's later. Not in August, but maybe later. I can do something on the Genna zinc smelter in Germany, which is closed now for about 30 years or more. I took over a complete collection from there with all kinds of rare things that I'm working my way through now. Originally, they were found on almost 200 different species, so and I have a lot of those. So I can make.
I hope there are no purists here, Henk.
Sorry?
Some purists don't think slag material is not a mineral. I'm not one of them, by the way.
I don't think there's any problem there.
So yeah, you're not collecting minerals if you're collecting slag, so you better give them all to me so that you're safe.
There is a movement afoot somewhere in the world to start to classify slag minerals, I believe. So watch this space, I think is the word on that one.
Right.
Yeah, I just made everyone an offer, okay? That's all right.
No.
All that Greek stuff is out the garbage, right?
Yeah.
Horse Wendy started this. Horse Wendy started the Slag Mineral Society in South Africa in the 70s.
Wow.
I have about half of the bulletins. And if somebody has the other half, we could put them together and post them on Mendat in the library.
I think mine are probably the same ones, Jim. I've got the same ones, I think, probably, because I was swapping or getting stuff from them at that time as well, yeah.
Horse Windish.
Yeah, horse, yeah.
All
the old characters are nearly all gone now, aren't they? There's very few now.
There's only you left, Martin.
Well, no, you.
Hey, also, I've got a question here. Change the subject a little bit. Steve watched one of your programs from a few years back about whales. I'm actually going to be in Wales the end of June this year, and I wondered if anybody has experience. Can somebody walk around and do collecting?
Yes.
We can put you in.
Well, I can tell you where to go basically to find stuff. Would you want to go underground and collect, or are you happy just to do surface collecting?
No underground. Underground. Be somewhat limited.
That's okay because there's a mine, Bush Glass, where you get pyromorphite from. There's an underground collecting location there, but the main dump in the front, you find probably better stuff on the dump than you do underground. So yeah, we can, if you're over here, we'll put you in a direction you can go. Mid Wales, round at Aberystwyth, just inland from Aberystwyth, there's an area you can go and drive around. There's a few mines in that area.
So
you can.
Probably the best thing to do, John, is if you
haven't. There's one you can go and look at, which is a huge mine, but there's nothing much on it. Comestwyth mine. That's it must be about 2 miles long down the valley. This old mine, and that only came from the specimens come from one little area at the very top of the mine. I've never been up to it, but I've got material from it that I've been given. So
So
Yeah, we'll find somewhere for you to go.
if you haven't got Martin's contact details, just get in touch with me and I'll tee something up between you.
Sounds good. Should I email you, Steve, then?
Yeah, that's fine. And I'll
We'll sort it out.
contact details here.
Okay,
Best
great.
on.
Sounds good. Thank you.
I mean, I was in Wales three years, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and yeah, we did all right. I mean, they say you aren't supposed to go and collect on these places, but if all you're doing is walking around picking bits of rock up, you know, you mustn't dig big holes anywhere no more in the UK. But if you're just picking up bits of rock, and yeah, anything with colour, blue or green, put it in your bag and take it back and break it up.
Sounds great. Sounds great. It could have been your program that was on here a couple years ago, was it?
Possibly was, yeah. Possibly was, yeah. Yeah, we've done a lot of work in Wales over the years, haven't we, Dick?
Yeah, just a bit.
You haven't been banned yet.
Actually.
Amazing.
I've got this tray full here. That lot. You can't really see it from here, but it's I've got a tray down here. I can't get it in the cupboard very well, so I pulled the whole tray out. And I've now photographed it today, and there's 54 specimens in there. And I've now got 3 more to do in it. But
I'm busy myself.
Keeps me busy. Keeps me busy. Yeah. My camera's my camera's attached to the computer, so I can't really drag it around like that. But I enjoy these talks. They're that's nice to see people and meet people around the world. They're doing what we're doing. It's really good.
That's why we started in the first place. It was when COVID hit.
Yeah,
because you couldn't get out and meet people. So
yeah,
just a good way to do it.
I'm glad it's carried on.
Yeah. Well, it's not too hard.
But things are getting difficult over here now. There's a case going on at the minute in Scotland. There's a couple of court cases on the go. For Wenlock Head, the people they've got over here. They've got this thing called triple SI, which is site of special scientific interest, and they're usually for some sort of lichen or a plant or some sort of thing which is grown on the mine dump, but they just put a blanket ban on it. You can't do no collecting or anything on it. And some people have been collecting on the areas, and there's a couple of cases in court, and they're being regarded as a test case. If they win, they're going to ban collecting totally in Scotland, I think.
Gosh, that's ridiculous.
But you can still, with permission, you can still go and collect in the Lake District with permission on certain places of the Colbeck Fells. You can still go up and collect Cornwall.
If you want to walk, if you want to walk. Yeah, that's right, yes.
Yeah.
There a few months ago. No.
Or you can come in my garage and help yourself out of my garage. I've got more authority there, so
that's much easier.
That's my kind of field trip.
Yeah.
The future.
You're lucky it's already labelled.
Well, I'm getting there. Put it that way. I'm getting there.
Martin, Neil Hubbard showed up over here for the show with 2 of his flats full of Wenlock Head material.
I picked through them too. Yep.
You had a look, did you? Yeah. Neil has some nice specimens.
Yeah,
he's one of the better dealers, Neil is, isn't he, Dick? He's one of the better. He has good stuff.
That'd be old stuff he's got. Won't be the modern stuff.
He's just acquired a big collection from one of our older friends who's now in a home. He's got severe Parkinson's, and he's now living with a friend up. Well, he's been taken up to Scotland and in a nursing home thing, so he can be looked after up with his friends up there. But I think Neil acquired his collection, and but there's been I did hear that Dan Weinrich has been across to the UK and bought another big collection up from another British collector who died. So if Harry Critchley material. He's apparently Dan Weinrich came over a few weeks back and has taken all the larger specimens from Harry's collection. I think Richard Bell has got a lot of his Micromount stuff, but I believe there was six figures mentioned in the price. I don't know what six figures they were, but Harry had a lot of stuff. He collected from a lot of places around the world, him and his wife, and really nice stuff. But there are a few youngsters now starting up over here, and there's a few newer dealers now starting up, but the prices they're asking for material is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I know.
I don't play the game. I don't buy stuff. I'd rather go and get a little bit of rock and break it into 4 or 5 pieces, and that's it. That's me done. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, my favourite specimens are all the ones that I found myself. But absolutely.
Well, I've got 18,500 specimens in my catalogue now, and I've only spent. No, I haven't spent £3,000 not yet in the 50 years I've been collecting. So.
Wow. That's the same number Dick Thompson has in his.
Pardon?
That's the same number Dick Thompson has in his. Yep. 18,352.
Yeah.
Did an appraisal.
Yeah. What am I up to now? I'm on. My next number is 18,494. That's my next number.
Wow.
Well, when you finish yours, you can come over here and do mine.
I've now made it even harder for myself because I've done all my stuff in Access over the years since I started. I started at the very early with Paradox for DOS when that first came. When I first got my first computer, that came with this Paradox for DOS software. So I thought, oh, that's okay. So I taught myself how to use that, which was the early Access stuff. Early Bill Gates is one of his first databases. So I designed a database to suit my collection, and I still use it every day of the week. It's there for what it's done by location. The main sort is numerical, 1 to 18,500. But I've got all different site codes, so I can sort by site code or anything like that. But I've now created an Excel spreadsheet from that as well. By doing that, I can now put more detail into the various specimens and locations, because on Access you only get about 5 lines of text and you're stuck. So I'm now starting to put in things like where I collected stuff from and describing the locations a little bit as best I can in the Excel spreadsheet, which is, although I can't get out and collect much these days, it's still keeping me really busy in the hobby. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I've got about
the body's given up, but the brain is still working.
Yeah, I've got about 37,500, but I don't use anything. Yeah, I do it.
But yours are all labelled up. You've got your stuff labelled. You haven't got a database, but every specimen's got a location on it, which is what you want.
Yeah. A lot of drawers. Nearly 1,000 drawers. Nearly 1,000 drawers.
Yeah.
This vague dream of building a WordPress site that uses a database backend to store the image locations and the mineral details as a common collecting tool. And I deeply suspect that if I ever get around to building it, it will just add to the pile of different collecting tools that are available rather than replacing them.
Yeah. I did try and put photographs into an Excel spreadsheet once.
Yeah.
The trouble is each time you save or put something new into it, you lose the images. So you lose the hyperlinks, and that didn't work very well. So I've now got a separate file now with all the photographs in it, and I'm now splitting that down into photographs by location, and then photographs by species, so I can go in any order and pull the stuff out to look at it.
Yeah. I mean, images in
I'm
databases.
running out of years, unfortunately, so I might not get it all done, but.
Can I share something for you guys?
No.
You mentioned Access, so I did. I actually designed an Access database myself.
Yeah.
And I've got all the pictures included in my database.
Oh wow.
Nice. That's a bit of work.
Nice. That's nice. That is good. Yeah. Yeah, mine's not as posh as that.
Frank?
No. I had to rebuild it many times because every time Microsoft thought to give up a new version, well, Excel is not a problem. You can convert that, but Access doesn't work that way, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to rebuild it again and mend the broken parts and so on. And
Yeah.
That's a difficulty with Access, but I like it.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Well, you've got everything on your website, Henk. So
No. I only have photos on my website, but I
Okay.
use an online database.
Oh
It's
yeah.
called Airtable.
I tried a few of those. I wasn't happy with them.
That's mine.
Oh
That's
yeah.
my Access file.
That
Oh,
works.
that's how I started.
And on that I've got the fields going across, but I've now copied this into Excel as well, so I work the two together.
Yeah.
I find I use this one to produce my labels. That's much easier to do labels from this one, so
Right.
I can just go in there any of these different. I don't know if you see what I'm doing, if that comes up or not. I go into the queries.
Yeah.
And I can bring up.
Excellent.
I can bring up labels and that sort of thing, and go into the reports.
To be fair, for my money, it doesn't actually matter how you do it, as long as whatever method you use, you only ever need to put the information in one time. Because if you have to put it in multiple times, not much fun.
No.
And there's errors.
Mm-hmm. I can't spell for nuts, so I'm very happy to use any sort of spelling tool that will help me point out the problems.
You can see that, can you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you see what I've just?
Yeah.
That's my labeling for. If you can see that, that's how I do that. That's the top label that go on the top of the boxes.
Brilliant.
And then the bottom one.
Oh yeah. Do I have that?
And then I do a bottom label for the bottom of the box as well. Like that.
Nice.
You can see that still?
Yep.
Yeah. That's very nice.
Yeah. So that I do top and bottom. And the top one, so I can actually find it in the box. I've got to the position now where I can't bend over far enough to see in the bottom trays. So I've got to try and do. I got to try and find another way of finding specimens in the bottom trays. But yeah, good game.
So I ran out of my my physical labels recently, so I got a new set of business cards made up with.
All right.
Is it going to focus? Come over here. Over here.
Yeah.
And then on the other side, smaller ones.
Yeah.
And that's been working for me nicely.
Yeah, Steve got the same one.
I did it first.
About 45 years ago. About 45 years ago, I had an index file like that, and then it got too big. So
yeah. Well, these are to go with the specimens. I'm kind of leaning on relying on taking photographs to match specimen numbers up with specimens more than I am keeping the labels, because at some point I'm going to drop a tray.
Yeah.
That's why I've got a label top and that's why I've got a label top and bottom.
Top and bottom, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We might finish up if that's all right. It's been quite a wide-ranging discussion.
It's interesting.
I hope that was
actually
good. I hope that was interesting for you anyway.
That was
just
great.
thought it was something different anyway. Yeah.
I've missed you guys.
Yeah.
See you next month. Yep.
All
Bye.
right. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thanks,
Take care.
Steve.
Bye.
Appreciate it.